SpaceX and NASA are teaming up again to launch their 22nd Commercial Resupply Services mission to the ISS. But this time, they're bringing along tools to give it a makeover. Onboard the Dragon cargo capsule is a massive solar array system that's set to transform the power capabilities of Earth's only international orbiting outpost. And in the process, it just may bring us one step closer to developing a viable power system for deep space missions.
This new power is going to help not only extend the existing life support systems that are up there, but just enable new stations and modules to come in and kind of extend the life of the station in general for everything.
So how does one get power 350 kilometers above Earth anyway? Well, right now, the ISS has 4 pairs of solar arrays that convert sunlight into electricity. Together, they cover more than half the area of a football field and generate 160 kilowatts of power during the day, half of which they store in the station's batteries for when the ISS isn't in sunlight. The first pair was deployed in 2000, with the rest following suit over the next couple of years. And while the arrays are still working okay, they were only designed to have a 15-year service life, and as a result, aren't as efficient as they used to be. In fact, they're lagging at just 14-something%. So yeah, it's time for an upgrade. Known as the International Space Station Rollout Solar Array, or irosa, these lightweight and flexible solar arrays were designed by Redwire in partnership with Boeing to become the station's next generation power system. Using multijunction solar cells, these arrays run at more than 30% efficiency and are about half the length of the legacy arrays.
Rosa is a new innovative flex blanket solar array technology that utilizes these kind of unique slit tube booms, and so that's pretty unique. It allows us to keep the design a lot simpler, a lot less parts, lower complexity, and it's really scalable.
On their own, each new solar array produces 28 kilowatts of power, but the plan is to send up 6 new arrays, which, when combined with the existing ones, will supply the ISS with up to 215 kilowatts. The best part? This modular design makes it super easy for the arrays to be packed in and out of a cargo capsule. The arrays use high-tech composite booms to roll out a solar cell blanket, just like a party horn unfurls.
A famous video, or at least famous for us, of the original ISS arrays deploying, where they were kind of sticking as they were deploying, and it's a little scary to watch, and part of the array actually ripped and they had to go out and repair it. So when developing Rosa, we eliminated a lot of those problems with how we're rolling the arrays.
After years of development, irosa is finally ready to be installed on the ISS. Earlier this year, NASA astronauts Kate Rubins and Victor Glover, as well as JAXA astronaut Soichi Noguchi, prepared the solar array site with a modification kit. This means that the site is all ready to go for when the first 2 irosa wings arrive in early June, on board SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket.
We'll be there for about 2 weeks or so, and then the crew will come out on a spacewalk. And then the fun part begins, where they translate this big solar array, all the way out on the truss structure. They'll kind of slide us into place, and we kind of snap in with some pins, and then there's a handful of bolts that they'll install to kind of rigidly secure us down. They'll unfold the array, so they'll release a couple other bolts, and the whole thing kind of unfolds. With Rosa, there's no motors or anything like that. As soon as the tie downs are released that hold those, it's just going to start rolling out all on its own.
And if all goes well, the remaining 4 irosa arrays will be sent up and installed next year. But the irosa arrays aren't heading up to the ISS alone. They'll be joined by a whole cast of interesting cargo companions. A team from the University of Wyoming will be sending up tardigrades to see how they respond to the stress of living in space, while another team from the University of Wisconsin will be volunteering some cotton plants to study how microgravity affects their growth. After all, one of the main goals of the ISS is to support scientific exploration. Thankfully, the irosa arrays will be there to make sure that the lights stay on for many more experiments in the future.
I think ISS is one of humanity's greatest achievements, having this massive floating lab in space, and it's really opening the doors for a lot of new innovative technologies and missions.
But that's just the start for these solar arrays. In just a few months, the team at Redwire will be supplying 2 arrays for NASA's DART mission. The one that's colliding a craft into the double asteroid Didymos. Check out our video on that here. Make sure to subscribe to Seeker for more rocket launch news. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.